Adam Korave, and off the bench, Lawrence Tu, Elijah Riong, Bernard Tutsim Jr. and Paul Aiton. The Kumul goal team, Abavu at fullback, Tete and Emery on the wings, Tali and Eliab the centres, Nande and Boas the halves, Bruno, Wabo and Maki up front, Loko, Kambo and Wei make up the back row, Wellington, Urukusi and Timothy Lomai off the bench. They're coached by Michael Marum. The Reds are coached by Nigel Hukula. As Wayne Woolley blows time on, and here goes Roger Laka getting play underway, putting right foot to ball, down 11 out from the gold line, picked up by Boas, who sends it to a runner coming through, and on the kick return.
Good.
The Gold will play it just outside their 20 as they work another, or their second settler of the afternoon. Wabo works it across now to his left. And that's Enoch Maki coming through, manages to get one out, keeping it alive, and back there to Boas, who managed to hold on to his footing.
Come back. Hold it.
Slippery, heavy conditions. Big rain last night here in Moresby, Rod.
Yeah, though I haven't seen the like of this in Moresby for 20, 30 years. I mean, it's even in the first set of 6, the ground's cutting up.
You see the Gold now with possession on their 5th tackle, and they've travelled over the halfway mark, just over, about 53 metres in from their own line as they work the football back. And Boss puts right foot to ball, then it's picked up by George Benson, and he gets away from the first attempted tackle as Benson brings it back up over the 40-metre line. Still on their own side of halfway, this is Francis Panu.
Good field position on second tackle.
And then to the right, they work the short ball as Adam Korava takes it up. And now inside goal territory, the Reds will play it from dummy half. Puara Jr. back across to his left to Esau Sune, and Sune up towards the 30-metre line. He's put down. Wabo there over the top with assistance. It's Puara again back to the left, and then the long ball across from Zemming and out wide into the hands of Panyu, and Panyu is pulled down on the 20-metre line. Marabe back in field again, and then the short ball juggled there by Sune, then he lost it, and Gold come up with the football inside their red zone. So a relieving mistake for them. No real pressure in the end, as Gold now bring it back up through Emery, and Tiger Emery is 15 out from his line, but the referees called this up.
Okay, it's dangerous, okay? Just because you've lifted him, land on his head, it's dangerous, okay? Thank you. Thank you.
There's the explanation from Wayne Woolley. Dangerous tackle.
What are you doing, mate? Line?
Well, relieving a little bit of pressure here. The Reds have had probably the better of a field position at the moment.
Hold here.
And of course the referee is on microphone today. Wonders of technology.
As Gold bring it back up from the kick, from the tap restart, and 15 away from halfway. Wabo fires it back in field. Short ball there from Boss. And Gold still held up on their own side as Bruno plays it back now towards the infield, and the runner again on the edge of the ruck, 8 metres away from halfway. The Gold team is Wabo again from dummy half, double pumped and threw it to Boss. Boss through the inside ball as they ran the angles, and they're still a metre away from halfway. Gold finding it very hard to crack this Red defence as Wabo again fires it out now to his left, and now finally they're inside Red territory, but only making another 2 metres. And that's 5 tackles gone already as Wabo works it across now to his left. That was well picked up by Jesse Joe Nande. And I thought he kept it alive and threw it back, but the referee said he knocked it, he lost control of the football. So that'll be a changeover. And the changeover taking place. 12 away from halfway, inside Red territory. So now Red with the football. Back in field through Gary Lowe, and Lowe working it up towards midfield and over the halfway mark, and is now 3 metres inside goal territory. To the right they work the football. Yes, Korave met again, and solid defence from Gold. 10 inside goal territory. Red now to the left, they work it. Sune holding on to the football. 30 out. Puara Jr. back across now to his left as they run the angles, and Larson Marabe cuts back towards midfield again before he's caught there by the defence. And 23 metres away now with the football as it goes across now to the right to Sunir again. He's lost the ball, picked up immediately by Joe Bruno, and Bruno powers ahead for the goal team. And Kumul Gold on 0 tackle will play it. 28 out from their line. Towards midfield again, edge of the ruck, and here's a one-off running, but a good run there by Tully as Jason Tully works it up to 3 away from halfway. Wabo picks it up from dummy half. Now they're making ground, the goal team, as they catch the red team back pedaling, and they're up to 32 metres away from the try line. As Wabo goes now to his right across there to Boas, cut out ball into the hands of Eliab, comes back in field again, and as he threw it out there to Emery, who will cut back in field, and he's put down on the 20-metre line. And Tiger Emery will play it there. Across now to Wabo. Wabo the short ball, picking up Loco, and Loco runs the angles as he's put down 13 metres away. Wabo across now to his left again, and then into Boas, and Boas a chip over the top, looking for the chasers on the far side, but that was taken on the full inside the in-goal area, so we'll come back to the 20 for the restart, and they've overrun the 20.
He's right now.
Willie Minoga. And some of the heavy work there being taken on. 13 away from halfway. Back now to the right, the short ball. Pandya. Puara sends it across to his right now. This is Roger Laka. He'll put right foot to ball, bounce end over end and roll down towards Abavu, and Abavu picks it up and brings it back up towards his 20-metre line. Doesn't quite make it, but he'll play it just about on, as he does. And then goal team work it back towards midfield. Wabo, and that'll be a penalty. Came off the legs, but then the markers weren't square at the same time, so Gold will get the penalty once again, and they'll look for extra territory. Jesse Joe Nande.
What you'll find, Mark, is they fall into the trap of playing down the centre of the field in these heavy conditions rather than playing it wide. Like where they are now, the ground is firm.
And firm it is, because they've made well, a good 10 metres in that little passage of play, and they're up to a 40. That's the Reds' 40-metre line. Gold on the attack. Back again, they run the angles. That was Nande, sending it back again the other way. Richard Cambo plays it, and then back across field now to Maki, and Enoch Maki goes forward as he's wrapped up and put on his back. 35 metres away from the red line. Back across now to Bruno, who runs back in field again, and he's put down on the 30-metre line twice. In fact, he tried to get up the first time, they wouldn't let him. Referee lets it go. Long ball from Boas out wide. In the end, they had to go back for it, and Emery picks it up, and then he puts a chip over the top. Back there to clean up is Alex Wera, and Wera manages to pick it up 10 out from his line, gets away from one. Jinx goes back the other way, then comes forward, but then the chasers are there, and this time they manage to trap him and put him to deck. 15 out from his line. George Benson now from dummy half goes forward. Picks up another 5 towards the midfield region. They didn't let him go after the referee clearly said let him go. They held on to his legs, and Red will get a penalty. 25 out from their own line.
Yeah, relieving a little bit of pressure here. Need to kick it deep. Yeah, what I was saying before, Mark, is the edges of the ground are quite firm, and that's where they should be playing basing their game instead of rucking it down the centre line of the field.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see the mud patch in the middle, and it just spreads from there.
Yeah.
All right, as you see, well, knock on here by Team Red from the tap restart, and the offender there, Esau Sune. And we'll have a scrum, so Gold are going to get the advantage here.
Stand apart, guys.
The Reds haven't completed a set of 6 yet.
Get in lock.
They're soon. They're taking the ball up. And, well, that was knocked out there, but then again, it comes with the ball control, I suppose. Was knocked out there by Locker.
Two, back boys, move! Move!
Scrum win to the goal.
Through there, move away!
Gold with the ball inside red territory again. 8 meters inside. Wabo short ball. Picks up Maki coming through, and Maki's put down as his legs chopped from under him. 35 meters away. Wabo again. Back now to his right. Man on is Wellington, and Wellington onto the paddock. Immediately up to 29 meters away as Wabo keeps the ball moving the same way to Boas. He gets around 1-2, stands in the tackle, thought about it, then he did throw it across field as they keep it alive across now into the hands of Nande. Nande goes for a run, ball in both hands, kept them guessing, then sent it out wide, and in the end they're wrapped up on the 5th tackle, though it was, and 3 meters away from the red line is where the changeover will take place as Red pick it up now, try to take it out of their red zone. They run it across field through Gary Lowe, and Lowe is put down though. 11 out from his line. From dummy half, they work it forward again. Moving their way towards their 20. Now alive, and here's Paul Ayton, and Ayton coming forward, and then they drive him and pick him up and put him on his back for good measure. 29 out, he'll play it on the 30-metre line. Back in field, the Reds throw the football as Kumul Red work their way forward. Now 15 away from halfway, still in their own territory. Noel Zemming is caught with the football. Across field goes to Laka, and Laka puts right foot to ball. One bounce, and then straight into the hands there of Tete on the far side of the paddock, and Tete will bring it straight back and take on the defence. The referee calls it up.
It's, looks like he's calling a high tackle. There's the replay.
Well, I don't know. He sort of ducked down into that. He was on his way down.
I probably agree with you there. Nonetheless, it's another penalty to goal. They're in front of the penalties at 3-1 at the moment. They've had an enormous amount of possession, but can't change it into points.
Play on is a call. It's a bit of brilliant play by the Reds on the far side of the paddock there. Double play it was, in fact. Here's Willie Minoga.
Hold.
The Reds now up to the gold 30-metre line where they'll play it, and then back in field, across now into the hands there of Sebastian Pandya, and Pandya 23 metres away, back across field again to Laka holding it up and cutting out a man, and Zemming left it behind him and picked up there by Adex Vera, but to no avail as we see another scrum to be packed down, and
just after a penalty or something,
they
kick a goal, not a scrum.
That was a costly error, not kicking that penalty out. Gave the Reds really good field position. But another set not completed with an error by the Reds.
So Gold again with the football as they work it across field, and now up towards the 20 and over the 20, working their way towards the 30. Is where Gold will play the football. And Charlie Wabo from dummy half sends it to his right, and Wellington takes a football, but he's wrapped up immediately. 11 away from halfway as Wabo back towards midfield again, and then Maki driven backwards, put on his back. 3 defenders it was. Pandya in there, as with Paul Ayton. And Bruno, as they work it across again to the left, and then back now up to the halfway mark, is where the goals play it. Back across field again. Now the chip over the top. The chase is coming through, but that's well read and taken by Reds through Gary Lowe on the far side of the paddock, and he'll get up and play that on his own 30-metre line. now 15 away from halfway, back again to the left. They work the football as we see them going forward. And 7 away from halfway, Red. Larson Marabe will play it again. Here's Puara Jr. from dummy half. Thought he kept it alive out the back door, but the referee said it was knocked on again. So I think we're going to see a little bit of this sloppy play with the conditions out there that the players have to face this afternoon.
Yeah, that ball's slippery as can be. But the inability of the Reds to complete their sets of 6 is quite surprising given the level of football we're witnessing, or that they've been selected at.
Okay, so the goal's now with the football across field. And there's another ball that's gone to ground. It's been picked up by Red, and the play on is the call as they go forward through Willie Minoga, but he's wrapped up and put down. And had a second go to get up, but he finally gets up now and plays the football. As we see Lowe from dummy half, and Gary Lowe works it towards the 30-meter line, and he's held up now 30 out from the line. Puara Jr. to his right sends the short ball. Pandya coming through, and Pandya put down 22 meters away from the goal line. As Puara Jr. again, dummy half, back in field to Laka, one dummy, and then throws the football out, finds Zemming. Zemming held it up as his players were all covered outside him. Coming back in field now, Alex Vera running the angles, but the ball's gone to ground, and once again picked up by Gold. Just inside their red zone, 5 out from their own line as the team Gold now play it, and they work it back towards safer territory in the midfield region again. And that's where they'll play the football. Quick play the ball, and that's what they've done as Wabo picks it up and then sends it out. And coming through now, Eliab had to jump for that one before he picked it up. And he's up towards the 30-meter line, though, for the goal as Wabo dummies back in field and comes back towards the short side and picks up support. 15 away from halfway. That was back in field again now. They work the ball. And still held up as the defense of this Kumul red team, rather, holding. 5 tackles gone. Wabo cross field to Boas, and Ase Boas puts right foot to ball. That's going to come down end over end and straight into the hands of Alex Wera. He comes back now up towards the chasers as they meet him 12 away from halfway. The Reds taking their time to walk back. Few of the Reds players struggling to get there. Aiton, now Pandya, better halfway and driven backwards. Then he manages to get a pass away to Aiton and then back in field again, and then they run the angles, and here's Elijah Riong, and Riong's lost the football. Picked up by Gold, and they play on immediately as it goes across there to Nande, and Nande 3 away from halfway. He's shut down, and he'll get up and play the football. Now they work their way towards the 40-meter line. That's the Reds' 40-meter line. Kumul Gold, Wabo back across field again towards the open side. Urukusi. Now the short ball, and running the angle there was Loco, and I thought it was a flat ball, but the referee was there, said just gripped forward. So we'll have a scrum to be put down 30 meters out from the line. We'll take a break.
For the PNG and Team Kumul, that we want Pika and PNG thank them for their support. 4 Commanders proudly driving in PNG, 4 Commanders are proud to support the PNG.
Scrum now on the 30, backed in by Reds. Comes out a Red, this is Francis Panyu. Panyu plays it, now to the right they work the football, the Reds. Now back towards midfield again. As Rod was saying, the heavy part of the ground, but they seem to be propelling play towards that muddy patchy area as Panyu comes across now towards the left-hand flank, and he's up towards the 40 before they drive him into the ground. George Benson back in field again now to Larson Marabe. Marabe held the ball in two hands and then took the tackle. And this is the fifth tackle as well. So Poirot Jr. moves into dummy half, sends it across now to Laka and Zemming rather. And then Zemming puts up the kick. That's going to be too big, one bounce and over the dead ball line. We'll come back to the 20 for the restart.
Yeah, they're attracted to the soft ground like a magnet. I just don't understand. Go two passes off the middle of the field and you're in firm ground.
Hang on, Charlie.
And you got surer footing.
So Team Gold take the tap restart on the 20. They pick up a couple of meters with the first. And Wabo sends it back across now to his right and picks up Nande, and Nande will take the tackle as well. Now across back again, and there's the ball gone loose and fallen on by Red. And we'll go back to have another scrum. All right, let's take a quick break and then come back with more action.
All right, Rog, when you're ready, mate. Yep.
So the Reds now with the football again and back towards midfield. They send the ball, short ball to Larson Marabe, and Marabe, they're starting to dig up that midfield region again as they come back now across to the left towards the firmer territory, and Francis Pandu ducks under one, comes back in field again, manages to keep the ball alive, but straight into the hands of Gold, and the intercept taken as Gold bring it back up towards the 20, and on the 20 is where we'll call time.
Must be full quarter format.
First quarter, and we'll take a break here on the first quarter and then come back and see the second 20-minute period in just a moment.